Hello, welcome to another acrylic painting tutorial. I used a 20x20 cm canvas to paint a bird on a snowy tree branch. You can use any size for your painting. I stick around the canvas to give it a border. Doing this is a matter of taste and is not mandatory. The acrylic colors I used for this painting are titanium white, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, ultramarine violet, and black. I used different brands for the colors, and I will leave their names and purchase links in the caption. Before you start your painting work, it is better to spray a small amount of water on your canvas so that your brush can move better on the canvas. If the amount of water you sprayed on the canvas was too much, dry the canvas with a tissue. It is better to mix the colors using a palette knife because if we mix them with a brush, the color will be wasted as it gets stuck in the bristles. This will not give us a good and uniform color. So my advice is to use a palette knife to mix the colors, especially for large amounts of paint. I use a combination of white and ultramarine blue with a very small amount of cerulean blue. I apply the white color as a light shade on top. You can also use cerulean blue in some parts of the work to give your painting an attractive feel. If you feel that your brush does not move smoothly on the canvas, you can wet your brush a little. However, be careful not to wet it too much as it can make your color lose its sharpness and beauty. If you wet it too much, you can remove the excess water with a tissue. Paint the sky in our painting. We use a combination of cerulean blue, white paint, and a very small amount of black paint. We use a flat brush that is suitable for the dimensions of our canvas. And we apply this color on the canvas in a way that creates a fading effect. Let's paint the lower part with white color and let it dry. You can use a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. In this stage, we want to depict a piece of snowy land behind the lake, which serves as the background for the forests. To create this snowy land, we use a combination of white, Prussian blue to achieve a light blue color. We paint on the canvas using a filbert brush to show the white snow. We use pure white color. We should also make the back part of this piece of forest behind the lake darker. To achieve this, we mix ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, cerulean blue, and white color to obtain a relatively dark blue color. Let's paint and gradually move down to create a light shadow effect. In this part of the forest land, we should not use too many colors because we want to showcase the snowy land in our painting. We will leave some bold and white lines to represent the snowy state. To draw the trees of the forest, we use a mixture of black and Prussian blue with a filbert brush. We draw the trees using strokes as shown in the picture. Once we have drawn all the trees, we let them dry. Now, we paint some of the ground in the forest with the dark blue color. We create it to show that the snow is in front of the trees. Then, we enhance the snow effects with some white paint. In the next step, we want to paint the snow on the trees. To achieve this, we use a mixture of white, ultramarine, and Prussian blue, since we want to show. In the next step, we want to paint the snow on the trees. To achieve this, we use a mixture of white, ultramarine, since we want to show that the trees are in the distance behind the lake and some of their snow has melted. We don't make the color too bright. We use a small flat brush, such as flat brush number 2, to draw the melted snow on the trees. We gently hit the brush and drag it down a bit to depict the melted snow effect. Moving on, we want to paint the shadow of the trees in the water of the lake. For this, we will use a combination of ultramarine, purple, and white colors. We use a flat brush number 6 for this step. And we draw the shadows in a stretched position downwards. Finally, we use Persian blue color to draw the shadows at the edge of the lake. In the next step, we want to draw a piece of land on this side of the lake. All the paintings we have drawn so far depict the scenery behind our barn. To draw this piece of land, we use a wide white paintbrush and paint the snowy ground, as you can see. On the other hand, we also incorporate blue color into our work. If you have been enjoying the painting so far, please like it so that we can proceed to draw the main part of the painting, which is the bird on the snowy branch. So far, we have painted the scenery behind the bird. Now, we want to paint the branch of the snowy tree, which is where the bird is perched. To draw the branch of the tree, we use black paint and a flat brush. We draw the branch itself using a small detail brush to depict the smaller brush. Now, using white paint and a small brush, we draw the strokes of snow on the tree branch and fill the branch with snow. Since we want to show the snow in a textured manner, we must paint the snow using strokes. In the next step, we use a white pastel pencil to draw the initial design of the bird. Then, we paint the initial white feathers of the bird using round brush number 2 and white paint. For this painting, the color of my bird is blue. However, you can choose any other color for your painting. To depict the bird's feathers, you should draw the brush straight on the canvas and quickly remove your hand to show the feather texture. For the bird's wings and tail, I used a combination of ultramarine and Persian blue with black colors. To show the bird's wings, I use a combination of white and Prussian blue colors, defining the layers of the bird's wings. You can also use a flat brush for this step. Finally, I draw the colored feathers behind the bird's head and under its wings, and then, using a small round brush, I draw the beak of the bird and its eyes. Remember, whether the photo is real or not, we shouldn't get too caught up in drawing every single detail. I hope I hope you have enjoyed the snowy scene and the sparrow. If you want to learn how to paint a bird on a blossoming tree, you can click on this video.